We had Timberline, we'd been using it for a long time, had some issues and challenges around what comes out of the box. And I think that being an integrated firm, doing design build projects along with third-party projects, there was a very specific need that Timberline really didn't solve for us. In my mind, it was a good time. There's not a whole lot of other good estimating platforms out there, and so I think that having this one so close to us, being able to see it, understand how and why we're trying to develop it a certain way, made it all the more reason why we should use it a certain way, which is really the way we operate as a company. From our national pre-construction effort, more collaboration within the teams, because they are all working in a very succinct fashion. They're trying to do things the same way, which we have not had between offices. So, I mean, that's been probably the biggest thing that I've seen in talking with the guys that head up pre-construction. It's just, they are all more in sync, in tune with what they want to do and what they're trying to accomplish. And the communication is, I think, just flows better. Their conversations around what they're trying to do, it's way better than it was before. They're not working in their silos, which we have in different regions. It's easy to get siloed, and I think from a pre-construction effort, the ability and the want and the need, especially in today's age with talent shortage, sharing resources and extending pre-construction across regions is probably another big benefit that we've seen. It was relatively easy. I mean, we had a platform we were using. We recognized there was a need to go to another solution. And so one of the things about Estimator was that the implementation was relatively seamless, in that we could continue using Timberline as is on current projects, but it was easy just in terms of the infrastructure of how Estimator gets set up, the ability to get all of our historical data migrated into Estimator and then be able to start using it on future projects. It made for a seamless integration, and we just started using it on future projects. And then we in some ways allowed that to grow organically, but Beck Tech also did a very good job of pushing us to stay on a path of migrating, office or project by project and office by office. And we built the plan, and over a period of time, which we all agreed on, full migration. So I think the migration was relatively easy. People get used to doing things the same way. They get comfortable in doing things, and that's not just Estimator, that's any software. It's changes sometimes and often hard. I deal with it. There's some things that I don't want to give up, and I think you look back and you say, okay, it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be, and B, there's a huge benefit of why we were wanting to do this, what it meant for the organization as a whole, and again, going back to the way we want to operate as a firm in that integrated fashion, blending the design and the construction, and the bridge being pre-construction in many ways, starting that earlier on in the project, carrying that through further in the project. The estimating platform is really the bridge by how we do that. And so, there was kickback, but I think people slowly saw the benefit. Some people very quickly saw the benefit. The ability to collaborate on estimates in the field was one of the instant things that our guys saw, and that really helped from a pure construction side. Have a lot of guys say, hey, I want this. I want this in our region. I want our guys to collaborate more. I want to get the estimates into our field guys' hands so they can see it, run their scenarios, make changes, and just be closer to the project in terms of our estimates. As software gets better and better, it does help with communication. It makes it easier to communicate because you are all speaking the same language. You're doing things in a repeatable, consistent manner. And there's a process. It's very clear. And there's a guy that we got some advice from that said, if you want high performance, you have to have high clarity. And so software, because of how entrenched we are with using software today, you need your software to create the clarity for you, which ultimately ends up being high performance.